Bro, I can't make this shit up. I just finished filming this episode and I look over to my audio recorder. 111, baby. Hello. So, in today's episode, I would like to tell you the story of how I first came across the concept of angel numbers. I'll never forget it because it broke me out of this nihilistic and skeptical worldview that most of society hold, right? Let me set the scene. This takes place right after my initial spiritual awakening. It was the first time in my life I was ever coming across, I was always coming across these ideas, these airy-fairy, unconventional ideas, but this is the first time I was actually entertaining them as real. Angel numbers, laws of the universe, the idea of the universe being God, right? A very fun but scary time. And so this took place, COVID lockdowns. I was 19 years old, first starting to experiment with things like weed and psychedelics and shit like that. But I was very clear-headed on this night though. I remember it clear as day. I was taking a walk around the bustling Birmingham city centre with my girlfriend and I checked the time. 2222. What an aesthetic number, I thought. Of course, I chalked it down to coincidence. Like, I just finished my walk, didn't really think anything else of it. But the next few days was weird, bro. The next few days was creepy for me. Because during those days, even though I was still skeptical, the more I kept chalking these repeated numbers down as coincidence, the more they kept plaguing my view, the more they kept coming. Weird things, like I go in my kitchen, I see the kitchen timer, 2222. Okay. Go to sleep. Wake up exactly at 1111. It's weird shit, right? So at this point, I kept an open mind to the idea of the universe trying to converse with me, the divine trying to send me a message of some sort, experiencing synchronicities, right? If you don't know what synchronicities are, we'll go into it in this episode. But yeah, I finally gave into my curiosity, gave into all of these repeated numbers everywhere, and I was just like, fuck it, let me Google it. Let me just see what this is about. I typed in, why do I keep seeing repeated numbers everywhere? Boy, from that Google search onward, a mere coincidence has been made into a solid part of my belief system, and in my view, a pillar to my mental but also material success. So in this podcast, I want to share what I found on that initial Google search, and also the origins of numerology, the meanings of different angel numbers, life path numbers. For all my beautiful skeptics, don't worry, I got you. I'm going to be talking about the nature of belief and human psychology, possible neuroscientific reasons for this phenomenon, and also a spiritual perspective as to why so many people who go through an awakening seem to have these experiences with different synchronicities and angel numbers and shit like that. So yeah, man, this is a very interesting one. I would strongly suggest you watch to the end, because this has the potential to really change how you view the world, how you view reality, not just about numerology and angel numbers. So a lot of you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck are angel numbers? In short, angel numbers are said to be messages from the higher order of the universe. Although we'll go into the origins of numerology in a second, which will probably validate it a lot more than you think. In this podcast, it's important to understand that angel numbers are nothing but a form of synchronicities. Synchronicities were originally coined by the goat of psychology, Carl Jung. So synchronicities, in his words, are a meaningful coincidence of two or more events where something other than the probability of chance is involved. Now, in the case of angel numbers, sometimes what you're doing or thinking at the moment of seeing the angel number is most significant, like thinking you should expand your business, and then you look up at your office clock and see that it's 1111, or I don't know, going to the gym and then being assigned the locker 2222. It's a sign from the universe. But angel numbers aren't the only way that the universe or the divine can communicate with you. It's just a synchronicity. So another example of a synchronicity would be you're cleaning out your closet and you find one picture of your old friend from college, and whom you haven't connected with in 10 years, and then days later you get an email from them or a message from them saying, hey, we should connect, blah blah blah. You see how that works. That can be seen as a coincidence, but there is the other side of it being something else at play, And yeah, the concept of synchronicities are another rabbit hole in and of itself. So let me know if you want another episode on that later, in the comments or something. But back to angel numbers. Angel numbers, as well as life path numbers, are understood through the understanding that numbers hold a specific vibration, and at least an energetic signature, a vibrational frequency that's unique to itself, like everything else in the universe. More on that later in the video. But I'm going to try and give you a fast download as to what the different angel numbers mean. Quick plug, if you want a deeper explanation as to these different angel numbers, I made a whole series. It's actually the series that blew me up on TikTok, one of them. And I make like a 1-minute video on each and every angel number. But yeah, J Kaizen on TikTok, by the way. Okay, so before I tell you, remember, for angel numbers, there is no set meaning. It's your signs are to be read intuitively. What I mean by that is your signs are meant to be read intuitively by yourself alone, since you're the only one with like connecting the external experience of the angel number to your internal experience of the intentional thought you had while seeing it. You understand? So yeah, get out your pen, your paper, and let me give you a brief overview. This is going to be like 30 to 45 seconds. Okay, go. 111, new beginnings and intuition. Trust your gut, listen to your heart. 222, alignment. The number of planting seeds, keeping faith, trust in the universe. You're in the right place at the right time. Guys, that was the one that plagued me like shit. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. 333, creativity and support. Embrace creativity and growth. Heighten creative and manifesting ability. The reason I keep saying creative is because 3 is the number of creation, essentially. 444 is protection. The universe and your spirit guides are protecting you. 555, change. Something new is coming. Big changes are coming. Be ready. 666, reflect. Wake up to your higher spiritual truth. Zoom out and reflect on your higher purpose. A good time to look into life path numbers. 666 is supposed to be the devil's number, right? It's crazy that that's the spiritual one. Anyway, 777, luck. Wonderful things are about to happen. Luck is coming your way. Keep doing what you're doing. 888, abundance. 8 is the number of money. Everything is falling into place. You're on the path to greater financial success. 999, release/ending. It's the time to let go of what is no longer serving you, turning negativity to positivity, closing one door and opening another. Bang. If you've been seeing certain angel numbers pop up everywhere, like 222, like me, or 444, put in the comments. I want to start like a conversation to see, just to compare experiences. That would be weird. You know what I'm saying? That would be weird to see. So after learning about these perceived meanings and their origins, I chose to take on a psychological experiment with myself for a week. For 1 week, I would take note of every single angel number that I see, that I stumble across, not obsessively, but if it happens kind of thing. And I remember this specific time, I saw 0111. And looking back now, it blows my mind even thinking about it, right? So it was on a night of drinking with my girlfriend, which is an extremely rare occasion because I don't drink at all. I suddenly had the idea on that night to incorporate the one thing I knew how to do well in my content, which is acting and writing, right? I said out loud, quite drunkenly, to my girlfriend, I want to act, man. I'm gonna start acting in my TikToks, bro. And I remember she asked me to elaborate. She does that quite a lot because she understands the creative process is more about fleshing out the idea when you have it, more than like noting it down, especially when you're in a drunken flurry like I was. So more for myself than her, she was like, elaborate, you know what I mean? And I said something along the lines of, I want to make skits between two characters about spiritual topics like father and son, or two friends, or whatever. And I remember saying specifically, imagine how much easier it would be to understand the laws of the universe if it was simplified through a teacher and student dialogue. As the words, I shit you not, this is a true story. As the words were leaving my mouth, my eyes glanced over at the time on the oven, which happened to read 0111, Without pause from my previous sentence, I literally was like, holy shit, like that. And obviously that understandably pissed off my girlfriend, but I took that as a sign. Like 111 means trust my intuition, listen to my heart, go with my gut. And I did that on that night, even though I was hungover and whatever, coming out of that haze. I came out with that one idea and I ran with it. I fell in love with the process of writing dialogues, 1-minute dialogues. It didn't take long, but just thoughts without words kind of experience. Like I just kept getting these ideas of what to say for 111, what to say for 222. And I wrote like so many sketches in that 1 week, right? Guys, the months that followed were perhaps the craziest of my life. I started making those sketches, like filming them in different series. So I had Law of the Universe series, Angel Number series, all of that. And within 1 month, my TikTok following grew from 200K to 1 million. In 1 month. 1 month, right? So, and you want to know what's even crazier? I just lost my job like 2 weeks before that. I can't make this shit up, bro. Like I was on the brink of going broke, yet something told me that it was just all gonna work out. I feel like I believed in this shit a little too much, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, nothing in my external reality was confirming myself to be this confident. If you don't believe me, here's a video of me confirming myself to be this confident.
By the way, Jack, you can come whenever you want because this motherfucker just got fired.
Of course, I'm not dumb. There was more at play than just angel numbers, right? My success story is one of choosing delusional optimism until reality bent to my will. I'm the definition of self-made, but I like to call it higher self-made because I was visualizing this moment as if it were real for months, okay? So call it a coinky dink if you want, but now I believe that angel numbers serves as one of the countless ways that the divine communicates to us. And so in turn, we must consciously communicate to it through visualization techniques and manifestation being what you want to birth into your reality, right? Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you, my beautiful, beautiful skeptics. It's time to critique this belief. Don't get me wrong, I'm not delusional anymore. I know this sounds like crazy talk. This sounds like bullshit. And I know how the beautiful skeptic's mind works because I was one of them not too long ago, like for real. And so I did research like one of them. I'm not one to blindly adopt beliefs without dissecting them myself and from all different perspectives as well. So I did my research and I figured out that this all works through the psychological phenomenon of pattern recognition in our brain, right? I'm sure you've heard of the confirmation bias before. It's this phenomenon or the tendency to search for, interpret, favor, or recall information in a way that confirms or supports our existing beliefs or value. And this happens through a section in our brain called the reticular activating system, the RAS, yes. And it's a bundle of nerves that sits in your brainstem, and its job is to act as a filter to the things that we experience in life. And it only allows us to store things that will validate our beliefs. How crazy is that, right? Now, there's two ways to look at all of this. And I believe that the way you look at this will determine the way your life pans out. So the first is the skeptic's view. And the skeptic's view will say that you keep seeing these angel numbers because you've programmed your pattern-seeking brain to subconsciously look for them everywhere you go. Therefore, it holds no significant meaning or message from the divine, right? And yeah, that's valid. It's literally very valid, right? Because it goes with the science. There's a biological part in our brain that confirms our beliefs. So if you believe angel numbers exist, then you will keep seeing that. The second view is the creator's view, or I like to call the conscious creator's view. The conscious creator's view understands an essential law of the universe, which is the law of correspondence, which says that our external experience is secondary to our inner experience, meaning it all happens in here first. As above, so below. As within, so without. You understand? The conscious creator understands that our whole lives are created by the subconscious patterns that we repeat every single day. And they understand that these patterns either serve us or hold us back, right? So therefore, in the conscious creator's view, if you hold negative beliefs, you're only going to invite more problems into your life. And so with this understanding, they make it their mission to reprogram their RAS to become aware of their thought patterns and then consciously take action steps to break the negative beliefs and support the positive ones, therefore making heaven on earth in their mind and therefore in their reality. Now, do you see how both the skeptic and the conscious creator are technically correct, but only one is optimizing the function of their psychological systems to serve them, while the other is choosing to be a victim of them? When I had this realization, I was like, oh shit, delusional optimism is actually the way to create my dream life. Like, that's what I have to do. Obviously, backed by action, backed by physical, like, delusional optimism leads to you embodying the person that you need to be in order to achieve your dreams, manifest what you need to manifest, because you are being that person. It's backed by action. Ambition without action is entitlement. I got that from Alex Hormozy, and that's so real. So yeah, man, this was a crossroads I faced when choosing to adopt numerology into my worldview. Like, sure, it may just be a result of my pattern seeking meat computer, but when I have the opportunity to turn an external experience as a sign for encouragement and growth, why would I shut it down with like dogmatic pessimism? For what? You know, I already have everything else in my external experience designed to make me operate at the lowest level possible, the lowest functional level possible, so I can still work and blah blah blah, but I don't have enough energy for my true passions, for what I actually want to do. Like, that's bullshit, bro. We live in a society that is literally slowly consuming itself into extinction. Like, it's constantly telling us to want more, be more, do more. What would happen if I actually just chose to optimize by my beliefs to serve me instead of hinder me, like the rich folk do? Like, stop living in desire and living in abundance like they do. The only difference is they've created that abundance, whereas most poor people are obviously living in lack, and so they project lack. So yeah, man, when I realized that, I asked myself, okay, if I adopt this, would I seem delusionally optimistic to others? Yeah, maybe. But I'd definitely be more joyful, fulfilled, and happy than they are in their miserable, pessimistic existences. So why would I listen to them? Why not be that way? You know, why not support this belief of the divine having my back and communicating with me? It makes this life a beautiful adventure. So yeah, I think we severely underplay the role of belief in changing our outcomes in our life. I believe that if everybody truly understood that it's all in the mind, angel numbers would definitely be a core belief in our society. Not just angel numbers, but numerology in general. So with that said, would you like to know the origins of numerology? It's quite fascinating, to be fair. Numerology is an ancient metaphysical system that ascribes mystical and divine meanings to numbers. Its origins can be traced back to various ancient civilizations where numbers were believed to hold special significance and possess inherent qualities. However, I bet you didn't know this. The Greek philosopher Pythagoras is often accredited with formalizing and popularizing numerology. Pythagoras, who lived around 570 to 495 BC, founded a religious and philosophical school that emphasized the mystical properties of numbers. He believed that numbers underlie the structure of the universe and that they have spiritual significance. It's a philosophy that states that all things carry a unique vibration, including human beings. And this isn't hard to believe if you're up to date with all the latest findings in quantum physics and string theory. However, the common man, in my opinion, is still plagued with dogma and outdated schools of thought that rejects the idea of metaphysical reality and only accepts physical reality as quote unquote real. Yeah. So to those, I say, please, grow up and join the rest of consciousness in higher schools of thought, please, bro. I'm joking. Everybody has their place, and everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. So if this stuff doesn't still resonate with you, it is what it is. However, I do believe that we've been fooled into thinking that modern society is the pinnacle of human understanding and achievement, when in actuality we're a species with amnesia, bro. We don't fully know our past because it's been burned and hidden for so long. Like, monuments such as the pyramids exist and were built in a time where cultures adopted metaphysical concepts, bro, like numerology and astrology. They saw those things as valid perspectives of reality, and they achieved things in the physical realm that we still don't understand to this day. I believe that they were only able to do these things because they were connected with a higher truth that's only achieved by connecting deeply with Mother Nature and the universe, right? And that's a practice that's been stifled in this society by man-made concepts and concrete and the internet, you know what I mean? But a lot of us, quote-unquote, spiritual folk use the pyramids quite a lot, but it's not just the pyramids that demonstrate how intelligent our ancestors were. There were many other ancient wonders of the world. They've just been destroyed, either deliberately or just simply lost in time. So yeah, man, I feel like if we're ever to continue evolving as a species, at the very least, we must continue keeping an open mind to different schools of thought that are presented and allow things to resonate with our being, although there isn't any physical things to validate it, because we accept music as real, yet there is no physical drum hitting our ears. It's an experience, it's felt, and if something is felt, it makes it just as real. You understand? We live in a society of stories and fiction. Businesses aren't real, money isn't real. Our thoughts, feelings and emotions are just as valid as those things, as those stories. Life is a beautiful dance between the external stimulating our internal reality. Stop fighting that fact, Mr. or Mrs. Skeptic. Thanks. So, now that I've said all that I could possibly say to make you understand my view on numerology, I would like to introduce you to this beautiful concept called life path numbers, right? I'm making a series on this on TikTok. Again, follow my TikTok, bro. Sorry, I said that out of habit. Follow my TikTok, guys. Nah, G. If you've come from TikTok, delete TikTok. Subscribe to man and delete TikTok. TikTok is shit. Anyway, little segue. The reason I hold this view on TikTok now is because I've really come to grips with the fact that TikTok is rotting our brains. The short form content is literally training us to have the attention of goldfish, and I'm not for it. So although I'm going to keep making content on there to try and keep people moving to my long form stuff, until I get to a certain point, maybe like 500k on here or some shit, I'm going to still keep making content on there. After that, maybe not, you know, I'm saying, more than likely not. So yeah, sorry about that little rant. The concept of life path numbers is a key element in numerology. And as I said in the previous section, it's largely attributed to the man himself, my brother, Pythagoras. His teachings. Pythagoras, I think I said this before, but he was an ancient Greek mathematician and philosopher. And yeah, they loved to teach him in school. We all know Pythagoras' theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, them thing there. But they don't teach you about what my man held as truth in his own life. I bet they didn't teach you he was one of the founding fathers of the development of numerology. They obviously wouldn't tell you that, and his contributions laid the groundwork for various numerological systems like angel numbers and life path numbers and all of that stuff. The reason he's attributed to those things is because of an idea that he held. He called it the transmigration of souls, and he thought that there was a soul beyond this physical vessel, and we are put here to learn a certain lesson. And if we don't learn that lesson, we will just reincarnate until we do. And with that, he believed that life path numbers are a way that we can find out what our purpose, not our purpose, because there's different purposes and different dharmas, but what the lesson is to learn here. within this lifetime, in this life cycle. So yeah, I would say that's the first way you could work with numerology in your own life, which is just pinpointing your life path number, which gives you a sense of what to focus on in this lifetime. In my experience with everybody that I've done it with, there was about 3 to 4 different outliers out of 20 people. Yeah, outliers meaning people who doesn't match the results that they got, right? But yeah, your life path number is supposed to signify the challenges you were born with that brings out qualities associated with that number. So it's not exactly like astrology where you're a Libra, so you have these different like personality traits. It's not a personality thing. It's what you were put here to learn, and it's going to resonate with your external experiences. Maybe some challenges that you've come across that you may not be able to come over, or maybe you have come over them. So, but those external experiences will bring out certain qualities associated with the number. So for example, if your life path number is 8, you might struggle with self-worth or empowerment, but feel compelled to be a boss in your career. Do you know what I'm saying? And be vying for, executive positions, or being an entrepreneur, making a lot of money, starting your own business, that kind of thing. And over time, the 8 life path may learn to overcome their lessons and embody the strength and inherent, wisdom of that life path number. So let me teach you how to calculate your life path number. It's very simple, very easy. There's like 12 numbers you have to know. It's just 1 through 9, and then the master numbers 1 1, 2 2, and 3 3. The life path number is calculated by your date of birth. So for me, for example, I was born the 27th of September 2001. So what I would do is 2 plus 7 plus 9 plus 2 plus 1. 27th, 27 plus 9 is the 9th month, September, plus 2001, 2001, 2 plus 1. I just did the maths in my head. I'd get like 21, right? And then 21 isn't a master number, so you'd deduce that. You'd do 2 plus 1, which is 3. I'm a life path 3. Shout out on my 3s. So yeah, that's how you get your life path number. However, though, if you have a master number, either in your birthday or if it adds up to a master number, so 11, 22, or 33, you keep it as is. So if your birthday was 18th of November 2000, you do 1 plus 8 plus 11, which would be, I think, 20, and then plus 2, 2000. Which would give you a 22. So yeah, that's how you do it. So to make this podcast more fun, I thought of something that would be very cool. I want you to pause it right now and do your life path calculation of the 5 closest people in your life. So your mum, your dad, and the 3 closest people, the 3 closest friends, or whatever. You could do it for more if you want. I did it for literally nearly everyone I know. So yeah, pause it, do it now, and then put them in the comments so you don't lose them. Put your 5 closest people in the comments, their life path number. So mum, dad, friend 1, friend 2, friend 3, and then after tell everybody else in the community if it resonated or not. Let's say your dad is life path number 1. Does he resonate, or do you feel like his character resonates with that of a life path 1? So yeah, pause it now. I'm about to read them out. Okay, so life path number 1. 1 is all about independence, leadership, and innovation. Individuals with a life path number 1 are assertive, ambitious, and self-reliant. They have a natural inclination to lead and innovate. Life path number 2. 2 is the number of cooperation, diplomacy, relationships, and intuition. Those with life path number 2 are typically sensitive, cooperative, and peacemakers. They thrive in partnerships and are intuitive in understanding the needs of others. Life path number 3. Shout out on my 3s. 3 is the number of creativity, communication, and joy. Individuals with a life path number 3 are creative, expressive, and joyful. They often excel in communication and artistic endeavors. That resonated. Life path number 4. 4 is the number of stability, diligence, and practicality. Those with a life path number 4 are grounded, hardworking, and practical. They value stability and contribute to building a solid foundation. Tyrone, if you're watching this, you're a number 2. Nathan, if you're watching this, you're a number 4. Imagine that, guys. My 2 closest friends, we make 2, Tyrone, me 3, and then him 4. Weird coincidence. Anyway, life path number 5. 5 is the number of freedom, adaptability, and adventure. Individuals with a life path number of 5 are adventurous, adaptable, and seek freedom. They thrive on change and variety. Life path number 6. My babes is 6. My babes in the other room right now. She's 6, bro. I'm so childish. Life path number 6. 6 is the number of nurturing, harmony, and responsibility. Those with a life path number 6 are nurturing, responsible, and value harmony. They often find fulfillment in caring for others. Life path number 7. 7 is the number of wisdom, introspection, and spirituality. Individuals with a life path number of 7 are introspective, analytical, and inclined towards spiritual pursuits. They seek knowledge and understanding. Jeez. It's weird because 7 is my favorite number, and I never know why, but now we know. Life path number 8. 8 is the number of success, abundance, and leadership. Those with a life path number of 8 are often associated with success, abundance, and effective leadership. They are driven to achieve their goals. Life path number 9. 9 is the number of compassion, humanitarianism, and wisdom. Individuals with a life path number of 9 are compassionate, humanitarian, and wise. They are often motivated by a desire to contribute to the greater good. Right, so those are all the numbers 1 through 9. But for all my master number folk, master number 11 is the number of intuition, spiritual insight, and illumination. Individuals with the master number 11 are often highly intuitive and possess a heightened sense of spiritual awareness. They may experience challenges in grounding their visions, but are seen as inspirational and visionary. Master number 22. 22 is the number of the master builder. Practical idealism, manifestation, all of that stuff. Often referred to as the master builder, those with the master number 22 are believed to have the ability to turn dreams into reality. They are practical, strategic thinkers with the potential for great achievements and the manifestation of grand ideas. Fun fact, Leonardo da Vinci was actually a life path number 22. Insane. Anyway, master number 33. 33 is the number of the master teacher, compassion, and healing. Known as the master teacher, individuals with the master number 33 are considered compassionate, nurturing, and deeply connected to spiritual wisdom. They are often driven by a desire to uplift and heal others, embodying a sense of universal love and understanding. So yeah, guys, I want you to put those in the comments because I want to start a conversation buzzing. I'm going to be very, very active in that because right now I'm consumed with the life path number thing. I've been having so many conversations with my family about it. So as you can tell, I deeply resonated with my life path number, and there may be some outliers of people who don't match their life path description. In my personal experience, because there were definitely some for me, I always found it was those who I suspected weren't living in their purpose. I'm just saying. Remember, the life path number isn't who you are, but it's what you're here on Earth School to learn. Earth School meaning like, if you subscribe to the idea that your soul is not of this planet and your soul is that of the universe, then Earth serves a certain purpose for your spirit to learn a certain lesson, and you come here to learn something. That's just what Pythagoras thought anyway. So yeah, guys, that was a very cool conversation to have with you today. I want to end this video by making it clear. This piece wasn't just to highlight the power of numerology. It wasn't really about that. If it doesn't resonate, then screw everything I said. This was more about the idea of sculpting your beliefs to serve you rather than hinder you. You know, numerology is one of the paths I chose in making sense of the synchronicities in my life. But for you, it may be more traditional spiritual religions like Christianity, Islam. And with that being said, as long as you hold those religions with the right perspective and if you want that belief isn't pulled down into dogma for you and you're able to read the scriptures intuitively, it could be incredibly powerful in forming a connection with the divine, with God, and optimizing your life experience for abundance, man. You know what I mean? So if there's one thing I can leave you with, don't be a victim of reality, be a creator of it. And in the words of my favorite philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche, no artist tolerates reality. You create it. I added, you create it, because you do. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching till the end. You are my heart of hearts for this, because I truly see you as a friend now. If you want, subscribe to my newsletter. Links in the description. You'll be getting these podcasts in written condensed form a week before they drop. So that would be cool. Subscribe to the Patreon if you want to support my work, and if you want these podcasts every week ad free. And as I always say, guys, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but always embrace duality, biatch. Infinite love and gratitude, my people. Kaizen out.